Hello stock traders, I hope all of you are having a fine morning. In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 stocks that should help you to be successful. All of them have very big catalysts behind them. I'm going to talk a lot about that kind of going here forward. But before I get going, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you have not done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. Now the market is really starting to surge. We saw a great week last week and looking for continuation in the overall market as we saw the market at close continue to pump higher. So I love to see the market close at a high of day, and that's exactly what we got. Usually you see continuation. I'm going to talk about some reasons why I think that the market will continue moving upwards, that we will not see a sharp decline at this time. Of course, the market does what it wants. It doesn't necessarily care what I think, but let's get into this and start talking about these great stocks. You will want to stay till the end of the video. So here we go. Let's start by taking a look at the SPY S&P 500 ETF. And as you can see here, we had this wonderful, wonderful day. And what a great week. If you look here overall, the beginning of Tuesday wasn't that great, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday were really fantastic as we busted through some of these open gaps that were here previously. So a previous open gap that was very important that I was paying attention to was $406 on the SPY ETF. And then another one I was looking at was 414, and we finished above both of those. So as you take a look here at the 5-minute chart, you can see how we closed this gigantic green candle here at the end of the day. Closing above this level is a big deal, and closing at the high of day is usually a big deal, usually a reason for continuation. That is what usually happens. Now, we could have some sort of bad news come out on Tuesday, or some change in sentiment over the weekend that could definitely change it. But I like that look for a move higher. So as you are looking at this on Tuesday, some of the levels that you kind of need to think about is here. One previous level of support is going to be 414. Now that we broke that level, it was a previous open gap. Now that we broke that level, now that is a good place to where you will expect bulls to pop in if we should see a dip. We should start to see the price action start to move back up higher after hitting that level. That will be an area that people will want to get in. Now, it could be we see a lot more squeezing going on and continue up. The next gap up is all the way up here at 438. At 438, there's going to be a lot of bears hiding out. And so if we do see that move, I mean, that would be an amazing move, but there's no other gaps here up. So that is something to kind of take a look at, and that is something that's really interesting. We do have a gap down now that is formed here right at 406. Now that we passed 406, it is now a gap down. And so that's an interesting thing that we have to kind of deal with that's right there. Another gap down that we have is 397. And then below that, we have 385 that is still not fully filled. And we have 379. But looking very good for the momentum continuing on into next week. This is squeeze. This is what a squeeze looks like. It looks like at the end of the day, when everyone is freaking out, you see that high volume here. That is what happens at the end of the day. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to wait till Tuesday and be stuck and have it go even higher. So I'm going to close out the position there. That's a little bit of panic covering by shorts. And so it'll be interesting to see. Looking forward to a great Tuesday as we get going. So some levels of resistance for Tuesday would be all the way up here at 425. That would be kind of a nice move, but that could happen. That would be about a 2.5% move from where we are currently, from where we currently closed on Friday. That would be a very green day. And at that level, we would probably see some bears up there, and it'll be interesting to see what happens Tuesday morning. I wish you all the best on the market, but I'm going to give you some stocks that if the market is looking good and you feel fine about it, some stocks with some significant insider activity. Now, that is what I do. I report on insider activity. That is how I look at it. I look at directors, I look at officers, I look at CFOs, and I'm talking about insider activity that is legal reported insider activity to the SEC. And there are 3 stocks that I want to start talking about today that have had all of those 3 things. On Friday, in the middle of the day, we had Carnival Cruise Lines with a director buy. That was a really nice purchase. Love the purchase here. And you can see there's no open gaps. And I can see this upward target of 1589 getting hit. Well, that is almost a 10% increase from where it's at currently. We have another open gap way up here at 22. That would be amazing. That would almost be a 90% gain. That would definitely take lots of shorts covering on this, which is a possibility here. But a really nice director buy, showing a lot of confidence, and you can have confidence in a stock when you see a director load in open market. They pay the same price me or you would pay. They also get free shares from being a director of the board. They get different shares that way, and so this is a big deal to see this insider activity here and looking for a push upwards on the RSI. We're not oversold in any way, so that is looking good. And we've had some okay volume here these last couple of days. This was definitely a panic sell. A savvy director loaded up shares because he believed in the company. But I think that this will see continuation. This should be a good stock on Tuesday morning to take a look at. Another one with really significant insider buying is Ring Central. And Ring Central has a very high short float, and so this could turn into a short squeeze rather quickly, and it really hasn't run yet. We do have an open gap up here at 75, which would be a really nice move. That's around a 12% move. We have another open gap up here at 120. That would be almost a 100% move from our current levels. And so looking at these open gaps and with the insider activity, it was a CEO who purchased shares in open market, reported very large sale, or a very large purchase rather. And so this is one to watch for these big moves and for these levels up here. This should be a great stock and should do really well after insider activity. Another one is Purple Innovation. More insider activity on Purple Innovation, but there is some reason to be kind of cautious on this one. And so this is why this is the last one I'm talking about. This is one you kind of going to have to think about. This is if it breaks above 6, we could see it break above, come back, retest this, and then make its move on up to almost 7, and that would be a really nice move. And then the next level over is going to be up here at 8, and so there's some really big movements here. But what's going on there is we've had a director loading huge amounts of money, multiple insider transactions by the same director, and so this is very interesting, and we should see this continue and move forward. I wish you all the best in the stock market. Please have a strategy for each and every stock that you enter and exit. I love my insider swing play. If you are looking for a great place to learn about that insider activity and how I trade it, you will want to check out in the link in the description down below my private Discord. In there, you can get lots of tips and tricks on how to trade insiders, talk about them each and every day, and I have a certain swing strategy that goes along with it that really helps to get me every year triple-digit gains. Anyway, wishing you all the best, and Raythoven out.